welcome back to the channel. Today we are tackling clutch. So we've got a GTi Sports Tough, just sports kit, like nothing fancy, not HD, super hard or anything like that. Nice clutch, pressure plate. Also got rear main seal and drive shaft seals just in case. There's part number there for that one. Part number there for that one. Release bearing. Got that whole thing, except didn't come with a clutch alignment tool, which was a bit annoying. But we'll figure that out as we go. So obviously the first thing I need is jack the car up, and then probably take about a whole bunch of this stuff out to get down to the gearbox down there. So as the boys at Mighty Car Mod said, first step, jack up your car. Okay, so airbox is off, intake, battery tray. Gives me a better look down here. So I definitely need to prop the engine up, because I'm going to take that cross member off, that engine mount, the linkages down here obviously, wheels, to take drive shafts out. So I think I'll start with the wheels first, give me more space, and then I can prop the engine up and start taking mounts off. Alright, so I've already got the other drive shaft out, so now I know what I'm doing. It's actually pretty easy, pretty straightforward. So I sprayed some penetrant on this earlier because this side was a bit rusty, the other side's actually pretty good. So just going to get this slide pin out here and then take the crown nut off, which is a 32mm. Don't crucify me because it's chrome and not a proper impact, but it's all I could get. So 32mm, we'll take that off. Also we'll take this thing off here and these two bolts out here, to allow this hole to sort of fold backwards. I found out on the other side I had to take this out because the tension on this line here, once this whole thing came down, was a bit too much, so I took that off. So a pair of pliers will just slide that out there. Take these two up, which is 17mm, and then the crown nut, and the whole thing will come down, and then we'll pull it out. Alright, so we've got the nut off. I've got these two bolts out here, and I've just sort of pulled it down a little bit, and as you can see, it's gone back inside. You can see the inside of it there, and the gearbox there. So we're just gonna sort of pull on it, do it one-handed, kind of push it in a little bit, and then I can't do this one-handed, hang on. Alright, so that was interesting, that was fun. Alright, so this ended up being in the way, so I just quickly took that off, and so I could get it kind of more leveraged down, because that's what was stopping it. But I got it out. Anyway, so now that's out of there, we're going to get it out of here. So I definitely wouldn't recommend just yanking on it, because if you do, you can kind of feel it sort of a bit squishy. Squishy? That's not a word. So now I'm going to get underneath with a flathead and kind of just go in. I can get my hand in there. Right, I'll show you on the other one. Hang on. Ooh. So this is the bit that goes in the gearbox. So you don't want to pull on it, because this bit is there's slack in here, because that's your joint obviously. So yeah, just get flathead screwdriver sort of on here and just very gently sort of push on it, and it should just pop straight out. Okay, let's see if I can do this. So just the flatheads up in there, sort of giving it a bit of a twist. Oh, there we go, we've got some movement. Oh, there we go. Alright, so it's coming out. Oh, there we go. Now we've got some real movement up here, the whole thing's shifting. Okay, that's about as much as I can do with that. Now, let's see if I can just... What are we stuck on over here? Oh, bloody brake bolt, there we go. Okay. No, it doesn't want to come out. Let's get that bit in there. There we go, that's better. Okay. Damn it, this bolt's in the way. Oh, this is riveting stuff to watch. Okay, maybe... Oh, I'm doing this one-handed too, which doesn't help. And there goes my... There we go, that seems better. Ow, that was my finger. Why are you being... Oh, where did I put it? There it is. Alright, let's try this again. Ah, come on. I think the angles... It's riveting stuff, I know. I think the angle's a bit off for me to... Oh, there it goes. Never mind. And there you have it. That was just like that, nice and easy. So no one ever. There's the other drive shaft. On the driver's side drive shaft. All out. Okay. Okay, now those drive shafts are out. I'll start pulling stuff off the gearbox so I can actually get ready to take it out. So there's lines, it's a bit hard to see, right down in there. That goes up into the firewall just there. So we'll disconnect that. Disconnect these here and undo these pins here and take them out. This goes down to that there, so I'm actually just going to disconnect the whole thing from the gearbox itself and not the line, try and make it a bit easier. And then once they're all off, I can prop the engine up with the jack. But I've got a spare jack, I've got liner in here somewhere, and then I can start undoing the mount over here, and then hopefully take the gearbox out. Cross some fingers. Okay, so this is now just sort of sitting here. I've disconnected this down here. I really friggin' hate these clips, so I just unbolted it from there. Always a good idea to put the bolts back in where you got them out from, so you don't lose where they go. These two here, there, were holding the shifter linkages on. At this mount here was down on that. There's also an earth bolt, you can see up under here, that went in there. This was a pretty long one, so that one's got to stay out because it does go into the engine block. There was a plug here, and that's it. She's technically all disconnected from the engine and the car itself, so now I just need to go around and undo all of the bolts around the bell housing, and obviously this engine mount, gearbox mount. Yeah, so I'll just get a jack to prop the engine up. Then I can put one underneath the gearbox and then start undoing all of the bolts, and then hopefully it just goes, pops out. Crossing all the fingers. Okay, so there's 10 bolts total. So there's 1, 2, there's another one down there, 3, another one down there, 4, 4. Oh, I'm missing. Okay, hang on a minute. Was up to 4. Yeah, that was that one there. 5, 6, 7. I can't count apparently. Come over here. Let's see if I can't block the shadow. That one there is a just random one that I happened to find. So there's one there as well. So you got that one there. These 3 here. These 3 along here. This one in here. So I think I've got all the bolts out. Now to try and get the gearbox out. This should be interesting. And number 10 is like there. You can see where my finger's pointing, just down in there. So 10 bolts total. Yeah, so now I've just got to try and see if I can separate the gearbox from the engine. I think I might have to take this off to make things a bit easier for me. Yeah. And that's it. It's just as easy as that. I said no one ever. Obviously it needed to come back probably 40-50 mil before it actually came out, because you know, input shaft side. It's a little bit of gunk down there. So probably a good thing I did get, you know, remain seal. And the drive shaft seals don't look too bad, but I'll still replace them while I'm in here. Give this a good clean up. Check that bearing out and replace that. Obviously we've got the spare one that came in the kit. Yeah, so count these 1, 2. Oh, that's right, that one. I forgot about that one. That one was the one that held in the earth. Forgot to count that one before, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then these 3 down the bottom here, and then she just pops out. Not really pops out, but you know what I mean. Well, the gearbox is out now, so you can take that flywheel off. Sorry, the pressure plate. Check out the clutch, and there we go. See, pressure plate. Now, I'm not a clutchologist, but there's some spots on it I've seen on other videos randomly on YouTube and whatnot that, you know. But also, it's already got an XED in it. So yeah, I don't know whether that, well, I mean, it didn't feel the greatest, but yeah. So the clutch has already been done on this at some stage. A comparison to the one that's going in. I mean, obviously this one's well used. I don't know how many Ks it's done, but it's that one. If we have a look at the clutch plate, so this one, as I said, is a sports clutch. And the biggest difference I'm seeing, can't even words are hard, remember. There's more springs on this one, and if you look closely, there's springs inside the springs, whereas on this one, it's just the straight springs. So yeah, there you go. And also HYD will tell me it's Hyundai, which is one thing I did notice. Let's put that on top of it. Was that when I was searching up, where are we? Satria GTi. That's the one that came up. So Hyundai Sports, HYD Hyundai. So obviously they're the same splines, etc. Yeah, so there you go. There's the new one. That's the old one. Over and have a look in here. See the flywheel. It looks pretty good. But although I am seeing oil there, so I have a feeling the rear main is actually leaking. So yeah, it's actually really easy to get the fork off. Just this wire here kind of sits in that groove there, and that hole there. Pull it out, flop it out, and it just comes off. While this feels good, I'm still just going to replace it, because this whole thing is just a one unit. So I'd put that back on, and then, well, that on, pop the wire in, like that. So you can see all the, I definitely think there's oil coming from it in the rear main. Good thing I bought one. And there's the flywheel. I mean, it looks fine. Looks like a normal flywheel. I'll probably get it machined before I start putting stuff back together. So in regards to rear main, it's a bit hard to see, but just around in here, there's a lot of like cruddy oil. So I think I'm getting a slight leak in the rear main, just in here. Like not enough to, I think it might have come through a little bit, it's hard to tell. But you know what, I've got a new one, so I'm just going to change it anyway. Yeah, because I can definitely see there's like oil on the bottom just here. So yeah, good thing I got the rear main. So now I need to organise to get the flywheel machined. Once that's done, I will start putting everything back together. Also, I did notice with the old clutch, I was kind of playing with it, just moving it around, and it's like rattly. Hang on. I picked it up. It's kind of like see all the springs and stuff moving around. I can move them. Whereas with the new one, it doesn't. So I don't know whether that's a thing, but yeah. Anyway, hopefully I can get the flywheel sorted during the week. And yeah, start putting stuff back together, change the rear main out. Probably won't take you through that, it's just changing the seal. Just get a pull it out, clean it up, new one in, spray it with some degreaser or whatever, clean the area up. Now I can start putting stuff back together. So that's it for this video. Ordered coilovers. Probably going to take like a month to get here though, so got BCs. Yeah, so I'll obviously do a video on that when they arrive. Yeah, that was fun. It's going to be very interesting to get the gearbox back in the car, because obviously it's going to go up and then it's going to go in, so that'll be interesting. Lots of swearing when that happens, but anyway, yeah, hopefully that helps. And if you're doing clutch on your GTi, this helps you. Have a good one. Bye.